They played really well back in Indiana.
And the beatdown continues here in Game 4.
Put us on our heels. We just knew that we had to go respond.
Crosses it. Hits a three. I can't change the culture. I see the hate, so say what you say, because I gotta watch for the vultures.
Oh, Brunson! Oh, Brunson! Are you kidding?
The Knicks make a statement in front of this home crowd, and they are now 1 win away from the Eastern Conference Finals.
They did what they're supposed to do. Now it's time for us to go home and do what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, walk tall, see the call through another small. I'ma be the greatest. Good luck keeping up everything I gain. You know what the name is?
In the playoffs, one game does not have any effect on the next. It's all about Game 6. We know what's at stake. We know what we have to do.
It's that time again. The New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers in the NBA playoffs, presented by Google Pixel. The conference semifinals delivered by Chipotle. Here in Indianapolis, fans have waited all day to pack the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and it will be packed and it will be loud as they hope this is not the last time they get to cheer on their Pacers. And throughout this series, both buildings here in Indiana and back in New York at Madison Square Garden, incredible home court advantage. The fans have really lifted their teams, truly been the sixth man, hence no road victories so far in the series. Meanwhile, even though the game here in Indianapolis, back in New York, as always, those watch parties that they love to have, as fans at Madison Square Garden hoping for a clinching victory and advancing to the conference finals. There's the starting lineups. Rick Carlisle has started the same 5, all 12 playoff games. Tom Thibodeau, of course, made the change in Game 5. Miles Deuce McBride will get his second straight start as we're set to go. The foul came on the entry pass. The Pacers will take it side out as a timeout is called.
Well, Nembhard has won. He's played in big games. This guy is not afraid of the moment. He's got a toughness about him, and he's got some beautiful footwork, Doris.
He used the D-cell on one move, now the Euro step. Go ahead, Mr. Nembhard, doing work early.
Winning ingredients delivered by Chipotle. JJ.
Here's a great example of how the Indiana Pacers want to play. This is on a made basket. Watch Halliburton go to the ball. They want to get the ball across half court in 2 to 3 seconds and not play against a set defense. Siakam here, the beautiful.
And the Knicks turn it over for the second time. We'll take a timeout, 2.5 remaining. A very active first quarter. Tonight's thrilling moment driven by Nissan. DB.
The addition of McBride adds space to the floor, gives him another ball handler. He is a point guard, so put him in pick and roll. He can do that. Extra possessions by the New York Knicks been a driver of their success. Pick and roll action. You can't send 2 to the ball because Mr. McBride is there. And the Knicks legends are back watching this, right? And they love the speed, they love the shooting. Whether it's Sprewell slashing or LJ, hit him with the L. He needs his own little sign, I think, McBride.
That's the watch party back in New York. They are into it. It's been one of the fun parts of this series. So many Knicks showing up at Madison Square Garden here in Indiana. We've seen a number of Pacers from half court, throws it up and just short. Back and forth they go here in the first quarter. Game 6 here in Indianapolis. Knicks lead the Pacers by 1.
Well, McConnell just makes plays on a basketball floor. He's just a really good basketball player, Mike. Here with the loose ball, shovel pass, it's highlight time from Obi Toppin. And then this is what makes him so unique. He jumps so high on a 7-footer.
And Tom Thibodeau will call time. He does not like the defense. The Pacers shooting 56% from the field.
Well, we've seen Aaron Nesmith throughout this series give Jalen Brunson problems on the defensive end, but on that possession, he's giving the New York Knicks some problems. A beautiful left-hand finish from Aaron Nesmith.
NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel. Conference semifinals delivered by Chipotle.
Let's watch the defense that Indiana is putting toward Jalen Brunson. Much better job making him go in the opposite direction of where he wants to go. Ball's going to find the middle of the floor. You got to finish the possession with a defensive rebound. Now it's Toppin's turn. Just try to change the angle a little bit, but meet help. If you're going to get beat him where your help is. Get him.
ABC has Game 6. Thunder and Mavericks in Dallas. The Mavericks trying to make the conference finals. Our coverage begins with NBA Countdown at ESPN 2 at 7:30 in the game on ABC tomorrow. Dante DiVincenzo sat for just over a minute and comes right back.
You, Mike.
All right, Cassidy, the man from Cameroon. What a first half. Again, this is why they acquired him from Toronto. Made so many big plays in the Raptors championship run in 2019. A huge effort here in the first half with his team facing elimination. 15 points, 6 rebounds. Halftime here in Game 6. Pacers up by 10. Welcome back, NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel. Conference semifinals delivered by Chipotle. Rick Carlisle talked over and over again about how his team did not have the proper fight in Game 5. Didn't play with force. He said, we all own it. A hard lesson. Well, lesson learned, at least in the first half, as the Pacers lead by 10. The first half stats brought to you by ESPN Bet. Indiana shooting 57% from the field. Knicks still getting offensive rebounds, but points in the paint. The Pacers dominating as we get set for the third quarter. And hi again, everyone. NBA playoff coverage continues on ABC. There's going to be a Game 7, either of this series from New York or Game 7 between the T-Wolves and the Nuggets from Denver. Coverage begins with NBA Countdown. Halliburton now with 11 3-3-pointers.
That's a big-time play from Aaron Nesmith to keep this possession alive. Leads right to a Tyrese Halliburton 3. Momentum back with Indiana.
Now Achua getting big minutes. Timeout. 15-point lead for the Pacers as they look to force a Game 7. Got a great look, wouldn't fall. Indiana Pacers up by 13, facing elimination on their home floor. They played with force. They've come out fighting, trying to keep their season alive and force a Game 7 as we head to the fourth quarter.
Well, Miles Turner has been an elite shot blocker from the moment he stepped between the lines in the NBA. Hartenstein thinks he's got an angle. He's lurking, JJ. And he sends it back. And then TJ McConnell in transition. Watch how deep he was with that last dribble to the corner 3. And he's looking right at JJ saying, I'm pretty good. Just a little payback. They were embarrassed. Rick Carlisle said it. It was very, very embarrassing and a painful lesson. Wanted to get a little of their own back. Dunk, layup, drive. It's all raining down in Indiana.
So the Indiana Pacers would not let their season end tonight here on their home floor. And we'll head to New York tomorrow for Sunday afternoon's Game 7. Can't wait. The winner, of course, gets to face the mighty Celtics. Pacers win at 116-103. SportsCenter coming up next. Special thanks to our wonderful ESPN crew, our producer Tim Corrigan, director Mike Schwabe, Fedora Spurt, JJ Redick, Cassidy Hubbard, Mike Breen saying thanks so much. Good night from Indianapolis as Game 7 on the horizon for the Knicks and the Pacers.